Hi folks, I'm Ian Baker, and today we're going to go over the 2020 Salem Cruise Lite 241QBXL. This is an interesting floor plan because a lot of times when we see this, it is actually a rear bunk model, but this one is designed more for a couple as they took out the bunks and instead gave you a larger rear bath. The great thing about this floor plan is they're able to fit a campsite dinette plus a midship sofa all without having a slide, meaning that if you need to pull over in the side of the road during your trip so you can access the refrigerator, the bathroom, or take a nap, you are able to do it in this camper all without having to worry about opening up that slide out. So let's move right over here to the kitchen, the campsite rather. You will see the dinette as I mentioned, and I love when manufacturers do this because this gives you a spot where you can sit down and have a meal, maybe drink your morning coffee, eat your breakfast, and you get a great view out to your campsite, which is what you want. You'll also see the blackout roller shades in here, so nicer upgraded shades. And this dinette does drop down into a bed if you need some additional sleeping space. Now, it's not a huge bed, but if you have, kids or grandkids that are coming, it can definitely work in a pinch. Also, if you take a look underneath, you will see that you have storage totes. And again, it's one of those things where, did it cost the company a ton of money to put those in there? No. But it is great that they did that because now you don't have to try to find ones that fit. They come right with it. And again, that is an easier way to access the storage underneath the dinette. Right up top, you have a little bit of storage there too. You'll see they kind of went with the frosted glass panels, helping to break up the wood look a little bit. Multimedia center over here to the side with an HDMI port that is also Bluetooth capable. And if you want a TV, they have it back right here in the wall so you know exactly where to mount it. Thermostats tucked away on this wall as well. You do have a ducted AC. This also will control your heat, so that thermostat will operate both of those. And then right next to that is the bathroom. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, it is a pretty skinny bathroom door. You kind of have to walk sideways in here because as you can see, otherwise it's just not gonna happen. But you kind of do your sideways shuffle in. And when you're back here, it is a pretty decent space. As far as the toilet, you can see here I have a ton of shoulder space, great leg room as well. Over to the side is your sink top, pretty big sink, tons of countertop space here, which I love. Electrical outlet, you have your mirrored medicine cabinet right up top, plus underneath, not only plumbing access, but decent additional storage there. And if you can even put towels under there if you want. Why don't you step on in here and I'll actually move over to the other side in the shower. So you can see here, neo-angle shower. Again, I'm 6 foot tall. I have enough room even without this skylight where I'm not hitting it, but with that skylight, I get a little bit more height. So you might be able to be, 6'2" and still be able to stand upright in here. The doors are on a roller track, so that way when you open it up, the water goes right down the door into the shower pan, unlike a curtain where a lot of times it ends up on the floor. And you have the hand wand to make showering a little bit easier, as well as a couple shelves. As we make our way back out, you will see on the off-door side, you have basically your linear straight line kitchen. And one of the things that I love about the Salem Cruise Lite is this right here. This is your 12-volt compressor-driven refrigerator. Great thing about that is it cools down nice and quick. You have the freezer here right up top. And if you have 2 deep cycle batteries and some solar power, you can basically run this continuously without having to have shore power. And that's a great thing when you're talking about a refrigerator. So I do love that they put that in there. Going across the top, you have your microwave as well as the hood. Again, very streamlined, the Furion appliances for the microwave, the hood, as well as the cooktop I'll show you in a minute. Storage going all the way across the top there as well. So plenty of storage. And when we drop down, you will see the kitchen countertop. Now, you'll notice that the cooktop is recessed. It's a 3-burner cooktop, so that way you can utilize this as prep space. It folds up and back just like so, kind of doubling as a backsplash, giving you access to those 3 burners. The front one being high output. The knobs do light up. It also controls the light in the oven there, and you can see that. And over a little ways, you will notice your sink. So it's a double basin sink. They give you the drying rack and a high-rise faucet. Plus over to the side, you have the countertop extension, so it just gives you a little more prep space. And electrical outlet there in case you need to plug in, your blender, coffee maker, whatever else you may have in here. You'll see a little bit of storage there for your pots and pans, as well as 2 full extension drawers, so you have a place to put your flatware. Making our way a little bit further up, as I previously mentioned when we first started this video, is that this one has a midship Jackknife Sofa. The thing I like about this is it gives you another place to sit besides just the dinette. So if you do have, friends, family that are coming over for the day, or if you just want to sit here and watch TV, it is a great angle to that. You will also see you have a little bit of storage there, a cubby hole. That's perfect for me. I would probably use it to store shoes. So you walk in, kick your shoes off, toss them right under there. And this does, again, fold down into a bed in case you need that additional sleeping space. Now in this style floor plan, when they have the midship Jackknife Sofa, manufacturers will do one of two things. They'll either wall it off right here to give you a more private bedroom, which in a bunk model sometimes makes sense. But in a couples model, I think they did right here by doing a half wall. That way it really opens up this camper. And the chances you have a bunch of guests sleeping in here probably is going to be more of a rare occurrence. So I would rather have it open just like they do. You will see windows on both sides, again, with your roller shades, electrical outlets, and USB ports. That way you have a place to plug in your cell phone at night or a CPAP machine. You will see the mirrored wardrobe there. So you have the hanging rod going across, plus a shelf connecting the two. You also have pretty good sized nightstands. And if we open this up, you will see the storage underneath. This does share the storage space with your pass-through, which I'll show you in a little bit. You'll also notice these 4 bins, which those are accessible without lifting up the bed. You can just pull them out from right underneath. Lastly, if you do want TV in the bedroom, you'll see you have hookups for it right here on the wall. Now that we've seen the inside, let's take a look at some of the outside features on the 2020 Salem Cruise Lite 241QBXL. Starting off right up front is a power tongue jack. This makes it a lot easier to hook up and disconnect from your tow vehicle. Because all I have to do is flip the rocker switch here to raise and lower the tongue. You'll also see you have a light there for added visibility at night. You also have a manual override in the rare event that the motor does fail. That way you're not stuck out at your campsite. Right behind that are 2 20-pound propane tanks with the cover. You will also see rails there for your battery, as well as a battery disconnect that we can kill all power to the RV when you're not using it. You have diamond plating coming up the front, helping to protect that front end from rocks and debris that may get thrown up by your tow vehicle. And the smooth aluminum front, which I prefer. Not only is it more aesthetically pleasing, but it's also easier to clean. And seeing as how that's where the majority of your bugs are going to get splattered as you're traveling, I will definitely take something that's easier to clean. Coming around to the side, you will notice solar prep. So all you have to do is buy portable panels, plug it in right there, and it's already pre-wired, so it will trickle charge your battery. The pass-through, you will see there, has a magnetic catch, and when you look inside, again, it is a full pass-through, and as I mentioned, this shares that same storage space as underneath the bed. Actually, while we're down here, we actually will take a look at the stabilizer jacks. You will see this one comes with the JT Strong Arms. You have those on all 4 jacks all the way around. So that way when you put your stabilizer jacks down, you lock those JT Strong Arms in place. It does a fantastic job of helping to stabilize the unit so it is rock solid as you're walking around inside. You'll notice the power awning, touch a button to roll that out, same thing to go back in, and it has the LED light strip there for light at night. The LCI solid step, great step system, has aluminum treads, that way they won't rust on you, some grip tape, adjustable feet so you can adjust it to the height of the campsite. And of course, again, I'm over 200 pounds. You can see I can hop up and down on here and those steps hardly flex. If you want to listen to some music outside, you'll have the 2 outside speakers there. This is that large window right where the dinette was. So as I mentioned, this gives you a great view out to the campsite. You will see electrical outlet here, so that way if you need to plug anything in while you're outside, that will be the place to do it. And if you want to sneak on back with me, you'll see the square tubular bumper with end caps, which gives you a very convenient spot to store your sewer hose. Right up top in the center is the backup camera prep. So if you want a backup camera, having the prep makes it a lot easier to install, meaning it'll save you money on labor. As we come around to the off-door side, you will see both the cable and satellite inlets. Directly underneath that, your termination with both your black and gray tank valves. 30 amp power cord just tucks right in there. City water inlet if you have city water. If not, you want to make sure to fill the fresh water tank, and you will do that right there. All right, folks, and that wraps it up. Again, this is a 2020 Salem Cruise Lite 241QBXL. If you're interested in this travel trailer and you would like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and let's go camping.